So we were working in the field of emotional intelligence. We say that this type of person at that particular moment they lack the emotional intelligence. So more or less, this is the definition of emotional intelligence given by B. But before I conclude my part here, I will give the formal definition given by Daly and Goldman, who is actually considered as the father of emotional intelligence. He has written a book in the year 1995. He has told that emotional intelligence is actually recognize your emotion, recognizing others' emotion to motivate yourself, and uh, managing your own emotion and emotions of others as well. So this is actually the formal definition of emotional intelligence. So thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you for that very interesting description here. So you mentioned technology and logic, so I want to add to this. So technology is taking over most aspects of life, especially data science, I would say, is very gaining prominence, a lot of fields. And data science is entirely logic. So we collect a lot of data in different fields, could be business industries or research, medical fields. And we process the data using algorithms, machine algorithms, and then produce outputs, and which is entirely based on logic. And there is no emotional component as far as I could see. So coming back to this point here, if we are talking about technology taking over life and there's a lack of emotions there or emotional intelligence involved, how would you say that this impacts our life? So could you please discuss how emotional intelligence could apply to these fields?
Yeah, data science and the AI. This is actually the taking most of the jobs of the human being. That, but the most important thing is that they are mostly replacing the human being where machine can actually take their job. But there are so many areas where still the machine cannot take decision. For example, uh, mostly the data science deals with how to solve a problem, but for whom this is the solution, and what will be the the output, how the output will be used further, that is actually the part of the human being, I believe. For example, think about it. Uh, Suppose the machine has dictated us that out of these five alternatives, this one is the best based on the quantitative analysis. But as a human being, you can understand there are several components which you cannot include into the decision making, where you have to put your own judgment, where you have to put your own experience. It is also true that the data science field is actually, it is also evolving, and they are including the bit emotional part, and also sometimes they are putting some wisdom into it. But sometimes it happen, some problems are might be very much new, where you have to use your own intelligence at that particular time actually. Think about it. Right now we're talking about the smart solution for any type of problem, but uh, you see that sometimes we use a bit different type of product. Now some product are very much well accepted in suppose developed country, but in the developed country the same solution is not giving the same level of output. Why? Because the maybe the customers are not aware of using it. So these are some of the areas where you have to maybe customize your product or customize your output. So in this, these are some of the actually areas where emotional intelligence actually play a vital role in the data science as well. I can give another simple example. Suppose you are going to meet a client and you are trying to produce a solution, but if you don't make a rapport with the customer, and if you don't try to understand the deeper problem, because sometimes the customer will come up with the symptoms, so from there you really have to uh, infer the real problem. So these are the situations where the emotional intelligence will play its role. And another issue is that sometimes the data science solution is actually the instruction is given by the top management, but it will be used by the customers. So top management sometimes they don't understand the need of the real customer who are going to use. But as a data scientist, we must understand that who are going to use it actually. So this can be some of the examples where the emotional intelligence will play a very vital role in the data science field also.
Well, both Arif Bhai and Shapat, I was just listening to you guys, and what I get in a nutshell, both have a positive impact. Both that data science and emotional intelligence have much impact on any company. So yeah, it's a high time. Thanks for very informative information you guys have given.